Welcome back to Championship Court, HCC Tennis Center. Matt Wright and company getting ready for the men's doubles final. Matt Wright and his partner, Mr. Deakin, ready to do their thing. And how about Matt, 43 years old. He's an attorney, he's a pro pickleball player, and he can make some money as well.
You know what I was going to say? I don't know what the average income coming out of college is for the college student starting to get a job, but in pickleball, he's probably made as much or more than a college student graduating coming out, which is phenomenal. I never thought I'd see the day where you could make enough of a living playing pickleball full-time, and now we're seeing more and more of these pro athletes taking this game serious. Sure, Drew, it's got a funny name called pickleball, but this is serious business out here at the Florida Grand Slam. The PPA has done a phenomenal job, would you agree, putting on these Pro Tour events?
Without question. You know, Mr. Deakin is enjoying it as well. He was impressive earlier today. Really, not really any kinks in his armor. He has been heady, steady this entire day.
Yeah, and look at Dekel. I mentioned this several times already, but 6'4", 210, that's a linebacker in the NFL. So he has got the frame of an NFL linebacker, and I love to watch Dekel play. He combines power and finesse so well. He blends it, and he's just a fun guy to watch play on the court there.
That 6'4" frame, he attacks the net. Look out.
And then Matt Wright, he looks fresh. He's the freshest looking guy on that court right now. I don't know. I think it's the Jigsaw Health products that he consumes because he looks fresh as a daisy. Adam Stone and Steve Deakin were not looking as fresh in that game we saw out here earlier. Somehow, though, by a miracle, Adam Stone has bounced back and was able to take down. By all means, it was an upset because last week in Phoenix, Ben and Colin won the gold. They were able to take them down in 2 games.
Yeah, the conditions have been a big factor here in Tampa today, and it's not extraordinarily hot, but I think it's definitely a change of pace after what has been a relatively cold winter, and this is the first real dose of hot weather combined with not much wind here today, and it's felt a little bit like 90, 95 at times on the court, but still great weather. Like Simone Jardim said, cannot complain about weather when it's not raining. What else can you expect?
For sure, and one of the things that you have to get used to if you play pickleball in Florida during the summer is heat, rain, and then the humidity. You know, humidity is the difference because it can be 110 out in Arizona or California with no humidity and you're not even sweating. You come to Southwest Florida, if it's 110, you're probably going to be finding AC somewhere, somehow. So
Dekel and Adam Stone against Deakin and Wright.
We're going to see if fatigue plays a factor in this match.
Here's how they got here.
Unbelievable there.
Yep.
Taking down Ben Johns and Colin Johns, 11-3 in the second game.
Point.
Steve Deakin starting out crisp there. Nice backhand volley exchange.
1, 2, 2. Side out. Zero, 1, 1.
Third in the second.
Point.
I'm sorry, Drew. Just on first appearance, it looks like Adam Stone has recovered just a little bit, looking a little fresher than he was earlier.
Second serve.
Video? Do you think you're work?
Yeah.
1, 1, 2.
1-1-2 now, second serve here for Adam Stone.
Side out.
Right as I say that, Adam misses his third shot.
1, 1, 1. Point. 2-1-1.
I wonder if
Oh, beautiful shot that time from Dekel.
That reach from him is incredible.
2-1-2.
Talked about prize money during the break. It is doubled here at this Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam. The prize money continues to go up. 940 players here throughout the weekend. You're looking at 4 great ones right here.
Yeah, that number's a trend that we're seeing at the PPA tournaments, anywhere from 900 to 1,200 players signing up each time. It's incredible numbers, getting bigger each time. Oh, a foot fault called on Dekel by referee Ron Ponder. Adam Stone threw up a lob. Steve Deakin hit it to Dekel, and Dekel apparently was standing on that line with his big 13 shoe.
Yeah, we saw a foot fault decide a match last week.
That involved Dave Weinbach, I
It
believe.
certainly did. Mixed doubles. Final match we saw in Phoenix.
Another lob.
A little bit long from bar that time.
I think the idea behind Adam lobbing like that is to make Steve work and run around a little more instead of just letting him get set up at the non-volley zone. He's trying to keep him moving around.
Point. 2-2.
You called it 2-1-2.
Sorry, you all have 3, you all have 2. 1-2. Ready? I'll call the score. Yes, yes, no.
I will say
Yeah,
this.
exactly. We are
The
good.
officiating in pickleball, the referees are the most, I guess, open to discussion than, of course, in a lot of other sports where officials don't want to talk to you, they don't want to communicate. Much different here.
You have seen other sports obviously up close like that, and I would agree. I think there's a lot more communication going on between the pros and these referees than you would see in any other professional sport. There's a couple reasons for that, but also I believe that these refs are still coming into their own as well. This has been something kind of newer that the referee system has been put into place, so they're still feeling things out and learning as well. Another lob. I think that time Adam hit a lob that didn't quite get deep enough, and when Steve Deakin hit it at Dekel, he wasn't really ready, I think, for that ball to come back fast at him. It came a little quicker than he was hoping.
Given you got a couple players that aren't fully 100% in Stone and Deakin for what they've been through today, do you expect to see a little more lobbing here in this match?
You typically do not see lobbing at the pro level, especially in men's doubles. You just don't see it often. I think there's a specific strategy right now, Drew, being put into place by Adam Stone and Dekel. I think it has something to do with Steve Deakin not being 100% fresh at the moment.
Longest point of the match continues and finally ends thanks to Steve Deakin.
With an Ernie on the backhand side, that I've never seen, honestly, Steve Deakin hit a backhand Ernie for a winner right there like that. That's impressive.
And finally ends.
5-3-1. Yes, sir.
Still run at the net and go outside.
How about this firefight?
Steve Deakin playing such good defense on Dekel's attack. Man, we've seen a lot of lobs here today. The difference in that lob that Matt Wright did versus the one that Adam Stone's been doing, Adam Stone's taking him off the bounce and throwing him up. Matt Wright actually grabbed that out of the air and rolled it quickly over the head of Dekel there.
6-3-1.
And the winner by Dekel, originally from Israel, and former pro tennis player, discovered the game of pickleball. Never looked back.
Great points. They came back 7 points and won the tiebreak. And then took it to 17 and lost by
3-6-1.
Now 3-6-1 for Stone serving.
Point.
If you're just tuning in, the undefeated team is Matt Wright and Steve Deakin. What that means is they have to be beat by Adam Stone and Dekel at best 2 out of 3 to force a game to 15 for the tiebreak. If Matt Wright and Steve Deakin are able to win this in the best 2 out of 3, then we'll have a crowned champion
and we're talking.
here on center court at the PPA Florida Grand Slam. It's one of the unique things about pickleball. It's a double elimination tournament, Drew.
Yeah, we see it very often. Teams that you see in the morning that you may blow right past, don't celebrate too hard, because you could very well see that team in the afternoon. We just saw that in the women's doubles with the Waters family taking on Irvin and Terashenko. And the rematch, that went to Irvin and Terashenko after they were taken care of in straight games earlier this morning.
Another lob. Defended well by Steve Deakin there.
Good job adjusting by Matt Wright.
I mean, Adam Stone went for it right there. He was trying to put the ball into the body of Matt Wright, but Matt's too sharp for that. He saw it coming.
6-5-1.
Paints that line for the winner. A little pump of the fist after as well.
Matt Wright's so savvy out there on the court. He held that till the last second and rolled it down the line past Adam Stone.
7-5-1.
Just the way that this game so far is being played, too. It's almost like it's being played right into his hands right now.
Yeah, he's loving this. They're hitting the ball to him quite a bit right now. That was a heat check right there. He thought he could roll that one to the middle that time. There's another lob over the left shoulder. Steve Deakin.
Oh, what a point. Matt Wright has the final say.
You know, those net cords are really tricky. Sometimes they work in your favor and sometimes they don't. That one popped up right to the backhand of Matt Wright.
Matt Wright has the final set.
You know, those net Again, Adam really going to that well on the lobs at the moment.
7-5-1.
Seven-5 here, game number one.
Second serve.
Second serve coming up. This is our 5th hour of coverage here on Championship Court. We'll be here until we crown a women's doubles champions.
Right there, Dekel doing a great job rolling that ball from below the net, just really soft up into the body of Steve Deakin. Great execution.
All right. Down the middle that time you saw Adam Stone, who continues to search for it. He does look a lot better right now than he did earlier today for sure.
You're right, Drew. He is looking completely different, like a new player.
Got some jigsaw in him, you think?
Clearly got some jigsaw health in him. Maybe some other things as well, some rest. That's great contortion from Dekel there. He, instead of going with the backhand, he just contorted his body and his paddle and took that ball down the middle for a clean winner.
7-7-1.
Tied at 7.
Oh. That lob was interesting by Matt Wright. He grabbed it out of the air, flicked it up over Adam, but Adam able to get a paddle on it before it touched the ground. A lot of friendly net courts here on Championship Court.
Very much so.
8-7-1.
Championship Court, one of 41 courts here at the HCC Tennis Center.
Second serve.
It's a beautiful facility, Drew. Have you had a chance to walk around and see all of it?
I certainly have. See all the vendors, the trucks along all of the courts. And right now, Dekel and Adam Stone with a 1-point lead, 8-7. Here in game number 1 of this men's doubles gold medal match. We'll pause, take a deep breath. Jigsaw will have the final say here.
Get your fun to feel good here, folks. Fun to feel good. Get your fun to feel good here.
Ben, it's not called It's Fun to Feel Good. It's Electrolyte Supreme.
Oh, okay. This guy looks like a cramper. Get your electrolytes.
Ben, you can't throw product at the customer.
Oh.
Championship Court, and a 1-point difference between Barnes Stone and Deakin and Wright. Drew Fellio, Scott Golden is with us as well. Derek Stewart has joined us throughout this broadcast. Of course, Hannah Johns with her great insight and interviews courtside. Lucy Kovalova chimed in about 20 minutes ago. Good match here, playing for the gold.
You know, Ben John's accustomed to being in these final matches, and I'm a little surprised, honestly.
I think this entire complex is a little surprised right now.
But kudos to these 4 gentlemen on the court right now. They earned it. They battled all day long to get here.
Again, Matt Wright.
8-8-1.
Tightly contested match here in game 1. 8-8 coming down the stretch.
Just wide that time from Dekel.
And the reason that ball was wide, Drew, is because Matt Wright hits that ball just over the net and keeps Dekel at bay, not allowing him to hit down on that ball.
9-8-1.
Matt Wright now second serve coming up. So one thing we know on the men's side, there will be no Triple Crown winner, not this weekend.
Not for Ben Johns anyway.
Yep. True, it won't be a repeat from last week.
Right, not a double Triple Crown. Well, that's a mouthful, a double Triple Crown. You know, they're human. They're not going to be able to win everything.
8-9-2.
I also want to point out that 3 out of the 4 gentlemen on the court right now do not play pro singles on Friday, the day before doubles. The only one that does is Dekel, and he actually, I believe, only played 2 rounds, and then he withdrew from his singles bracket. So I believe that's pretty significant as to why these guys are in the gold medal match today.
Second serve.
What an extraordinary talent Dekel is.
Significant as to why these guys are in the gold medal match today.
Second serve. 9-8-2.
And now 9-8-2. Best 2 out of 3 games. Play to 11.
Another lob. The adjustment from Steve Deakin right there is before he was spinning and hitting it with his backhand with no power. That time he contorted, adjusted his body for a forehand and hammered that thing through the middle for a winner. Great adjustment by him there.
And now game point, Deakin and Wright trying to take control of this match. Matt Wright a little frustrated at himself that time.
You know, the hardest point in pickleball is that last one, and that's why he's a little frustrated. He knows he was supposed to close this game out. Now a chance for Stone and Barr.
Oh, right down the middle. Dekel pulls the string on that one.
I honestly think that Steve Deakin and Matt Wright did not expect him to be.
Oh, right down the middle.
As you just saw.
Pulls the string on that one.
What a great shot by Dekel.
And there's Matt Wright again. And now Deakin and Wright a chance to win it here.
What Steve Deakin did there is a strategy that the pros use where you let the ball bounce, it comes up about waist high, and then you drive it right into the body of the opponent, getting a pop up there for your opponent for your partner to put away, as Matt Wright did.
So a couple game points coming up for Deakin and Wright. And a long journey it is to get here to championship court, play in front of all the cameras. With a chance at gold on the line, get through always a difficult field here on the PPA Tour. Players getting a nice round of applause here for their efforts. It has been a long day, a hot day here in Tampa. We got 2 great representatives, 2 great teams competing for a title.
Yeah, and some very familiar faces and also some new ones in the finals. We're not used to seeing these 4 in particular partnering together and on the court at the same time. So some new blood is good to see in our sport.
The big surprise, the Johns brothers not still in contention for gold. And now second serve coming up, upset about a half hour ago. And the entire complex kind of wondering if it's real right now, but yes it is. And week to week, like you said, you can't win every single tournament. Definitely up in the air. how about this from Deakin? Matt Wright and Steve Deakin. What a final point there in the game to take it 11-9.
A big burst of emotion there from Steve Deakin and Matt Wright.
That's an emotional point right there because you had Deakin fighting it off defensively, doing everything he could, and then Matt Wright comes in to help out his partner.
There it is right there, a little chest bump, a little bit of excitement right there, and they're gonna get about 2 minutes to recover, wipe their face off, take a drink of water, and they'll be right back out there to do battle in game 2.
Step side, a hydration break brought to you by Jigsaw Health. And take a deep breath, get ready for game number 2 when we come back. Game number 2 here in the Pro Men's Doubles Gold Medal match between Deakin and Wright and Barnes Stone. Steve Deakin and Matt Wright victorious in that first game.
That ball clipped, so we're doing let serves, which means if it hits the net and goes into the box, they'll redo it. But that one actually sailed long. That's why it was this side out.
Oh, beauty from Matt Wright.
What happened?
If the play was not stopped, let's see. Everybody kind of looking at each other.
Point.
What, I think Don was looking down at feet because of the Ernie. He was making sure that Dekel Bar's Ernie was good, so he was asking what was going on there.
Second serve. One, 0, 2.
Oh, beautifully done from Dekel Bar. Stayed with it.
You know, Drew, I get to watch these pros week in and week out, and I've watched them a lot, and every one of them go through some ebbs and flows, but today Dekel Bar is really, really playing well. He's focused and dialed in. It's some of the best pickleball I've seen him play in quite a while.
Yeah, he really has been locked in.
1, 0, 1.
Was so impressed how he was able to kind of help out his partner, Mr. Stone, when he was cramping up earlier today. Had to almost do twice what he usually does and was right up to the task. Nearly pulled off that match.
Yeah, Drew, he threw Adam Stone on his back and carried the team there and almost pulled it off, but Adam looking much more fresh. Well, actually, I say that, right as I say that, he couldn't go track that ball like he normally would. Or perhaps there is a thought in the back of his mind about saving himself for the next point. Maybe he doesn't want to go for that. It's not worth it.
Side out.
A little conversation there is going on. Dekel Bar attacked that ball that was going to go out. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Point.
I'm kind of surprised
2, 1, 1.
at these unforced errors here the last couple points, but another lob.
Good job by Deakin. And now Matt Wright backhand. And again, I don't think there's quicker hands getting to that ball, even when the paddle is near his head. Watch how quick it lowers itself. Bam. Now Matt Wright.
He was sitting on that backhand there. He was anticipating the speed up from Adam Stone and just delivered.
Comes back with another.
You know, Drew, I'm a little shocked at how much they've been lobbing in this final gold medal match here on championship court. You do not typically see that as a strategy in men's pro doubles, but for whatever reason, Dekel Bar and Adam Stone have been using it a lot today.
Oh, it's in.
Point.
Another point, and that's 4 in a row now for Deakin and Wright.
When Deakin first hit that, I thought he was going to hit us in the booth with that ball, and that thing just, the bottom fell out of it.
Yes, sir.
A nice little run here from Deakin and Wright.
Point.
Drew, it's amazing how things can get out of control very quickly in pickleball with just a few unforced errors back to back, just like we saw.
And you get the feeling that is what is happening right now. Deakin and Wright, 6-1, game 2. Matt Wright, not just a great player, he's a great actor as well. Here's what I mean.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time?
Every time.
Matt Wright, Steve Deakin, 6-1, game number 2 at the Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam. Drew Felios with Scott Golden. We're on championship court. Deakin and Wright trying to pull away here and take this 1 and 2. Oh, how about Deakin? He has been money.
You know what? The thing I'm noticing is every time Adam Stone and Dekel beat the ball up, it's being countered really well by Deakin and Wright. They are crisp and sharp right now. For example, that ball down the line. Matt Wright making sure his territory is covered.
8-1-1.
And this is still first serve here for Deakin and Wright.
Second serve.
Now heading to the second serve. Dekel Bar kind of looks up.
But,
man, we need a side out. We need it badly. Another lob.
Another lob there.
I think that one was a beautiful one. Got the job done. All right. Left it a little bit short.
You know what? He's having a little fun out there. He's lobbing. He's dropping the ball short after that.
Easy to have fun when you're up 8-1 too, right?
I would agree, and up a game as well. So he's got that little cushion. You're exactly right. He's having some fun there. A little 2-on-1 action against Dekel Bar.
Oh, it's in. Stayed in.
You know what? When it's your day, and these balls normally would go out, I would assume, but every single one of those dropping in for them right now.
Oh, it's in.
You never want to call a game over till it's officially over, but if things don't change for Stone and Bar, this could be an early day for them.
And there's Matt Wright again, just having his way, hovering above the kitchen.
You know, when you watch these, you can see the confidence just growing each point that goes by for Wright and Deakin, and that's what you feel right now on the court.
Second serve.
That time Stone able to force a second serve here. Adam Stone has battled everything here today. He's shown tremendous grit.
9-1-2.
I love watching him play.
Yeah, he's really digging deep. There's one that he needed desperately to go in his favor.
And some shouts from the crowd, people appreciating the effort of Adam Stone. Lots of athletes, Scott, would just kind of pack it in, slowly just say, okay, this is not my day. Let me check in early. head back to the hotel, take a nap, but not the case with this competitor.
It's one thing if it's singles, you call it a day, you're by yourself, but when you've got a partner like Dekel, you don't want to let him down. You know, you do, I think, dig a little deeper than you normally would and try to push through. He's hurting right now, though. Adam Stone, there's no question, he is hurting. But he's walking up to the non-volley zone, allowing his partner Dekel to step in and take as many balls as he wants.
Point.
So 2-9 here.
2-9-2.
And second serve for Dekel Bar.
Point.
You know, one of the unique things about pickleball, and we touched on it earlier, is this double elimination bracket. But one of the downsides to it is these guys battle all day long, and sometimes at the end of the day, their gas is a little empty in the tank, and the energy's just not quite there.
Oh, beautifully done. Pulled Bar outside, and then Matt Wright goes inside.
Not quite there.
Oh, beautifully done. Deakin actually outside.
Yeah, it was a backhand Ernie there.
Yep.
One of the other reasons, it's not the only reason that Adam Stone's lobbing, but one of the main reasons he's lobbing, at least on that point, was that Steve Deakin's shot went out wide and he couldn't really get there in time, so he threw it up as almost like a prayer.
Championship point here, and it goes in favor of Deakin and Wright.
A round of applause for Adam Stone, Dekel, Steve Deakin, and Matt Wright.
Oh, what a pair they proved to be here this weekend. Last week we saw Wright with Kyle Yates, but now it's Steve Deakin. And they are gold medalists here in Tampa. Good round of applause. Well deserved from not just two great players, two great guys as well. 11-9, 11-3, and they'll join Hannah Johns in the winner's circle when we return. Beautiful shot of Bayshore Boulevard, Tampa, Florida. Sun slowly starting to go down at the Simone Jardim Florida Grand Slam here at the HCC Tennis Center. Drew Felios alongside Scott Golden. Saw a great performance. And Matt Wright doing a tremendous job, and Steve Deakin doing a great job as well. And we are going to waste no time, Scott, before we break this match down more. Let's send it to the championship court winner's circle. Hannah is with Mr. Wright and Mr. Deakin. Hannah, take it away.
Thanks, Drew. I'm here with Matt Wright and Steve Deakin. Incredible match. You guys look like you fought very hard for that one. How happy are you to be here as our champions?
Oh, this is feeling pretty good right now. You know, it was a long day. You know, Adam struggled a bit out there today. He was grinding, and I think we all had a few demons. But you know, obviously, I'm feeling amazing. I'm a bit spent, but Matt's a great partner to play with, and we played our hearts out today, and here we are.
How do you guys feel about taking the mixed court tomorrow? Are you going to have anything left in the tank for that one?
Yeah, I actually feel pretty good. Playing with Lucy gets me inspired. We usually play well together, so I might be one of the few people that enjoys mix as much, if not more than anything. So I'll be ready to go, and pounded the jigsaw today and feeling good. Yeah.
Anything change when your strategy playing this team for a second time in the gold medal match?
No, I don't think so. I think the game plan was pretty much the same. Go behind Dekel a little bit. You know, have me jump the kitchen in front of him, and Matt just take over with his forehand and grind at him. You know, that's you know, I hate to say it, but I think we worked him pretty good.
Any shout-outs you'd like to make while you're up here?
I'd like to say hi to my parents back home in Wichita. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Onyx and Jigsaw. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do what, I mean, this is just a blessing in my life, and I love every minute of it, and can't thank them enough for the support, and my parents as well. So, hi, Mom and Dad. Love you guys.
And Steve?
Oh, I'm glad you came over to me. I haven't been home to Canada for a little bit, so I'd like to say hello to every single fan in Canada. Stacy, Jake, Mom, Dad, everyone. It was great, and of course, Team Head. thank you very much.
We're now going to bring Connor Pardo, commissioner of the PPA, out on the court to present our trophies.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Connor. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. On behalf of the PPA, I'd like to present you here with the Florida Grand Slam first place trophies. Thank you guys for coming out and putting on a great show today. It was great for all the fans here and everybody at home, and we really appreciate you guys. So thank you on behalf of the PPA.
Thanks, Connor. Thanks for all you do for us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to send it back to the booth. Drew.
All right, Handa, thank you so much. And a great scene there. Deakin and Wright, your champions in men's doubles. And again, you couldn't ask for two better guys to be better ambassadors of this sport. Just great on and off the court.
Absolutely, and I think that's great to see Matt Wright come back and win a gold after last week, coming up a little short in the mixed pro against Ben and Simone. He got his gold medal today and some cash to take home, so it's really cool to see that. And of course, Steve Deakin coming down from Canada. You know, the Canadians put on a good showing anytime they come to the U.S. and play, and Steve Deakin's a great representation of the Canadian pickleball groups up there.
And also a lot of great men's teams not playing for a championship. The Johns brothers guarantee you they will be back. They will be ready to go in Utah in a couple of weeks. Well, you see Jardim and Kovalov on the court. They mean business. Pro women's doubles gold medal final coming up next on Championship Court.